Mandrill are a funk band from New York. They were formed in 1968 by three brothers, Carl, Lou and Rick Wilson. They've had a few other people join in at that point, and over the years they've had quite a lot of turnover of people. They took a break between 1982 and 1992, but they've been back on since then and they're still going. And there are still two Wilsons in the band, which is a long time. They have released 14 studio albums, but only one in the past 20 years. And they are known for being progressive funk. Hi, my name's Dan. So this is the first review that I'm doing in an occasional series of reviews that I'm going to for albums that I'm going to call hidden gems. So these are albums that I really like, but I feel like very few people know about them. This album is the fifth album by the band Mandrill. It was a double album on vinyl, and I encountered this many years ago when I bought it at a second-hand record shop, I think in the mid-80s, and I bought it speculatively, like I did occasionally buy, actually maybe more than occasionally, bought albums that I just kind of got intrigued by when I saw them, and I liked the cover for this. I have no idea what I was getting into. This might have been actually my first encounter with what you might call real funk. Funk that wasn't just kind of somewhat a watered down faked funk by white people or something like that. Anyway, it's a curious album. It's quite mixed. There are definitely elements of funk here. So the whole of side one is a continuous, mostly instrumental. It's broken down into tracks, but it basically plays through as a whole big long bit of funk. Side two is mostly soul. There's a track Bro Weevil and there's something which is Latino soul. The second LP it then starts to get a bit odder and more mixed up. There's a track called Drill in the Bush, which is kind of Afrobeats and world stuff put in together. The track El Funko is definitely quite James Brown in the feel. The next track, Love in Sunshine, is very much a soul track rather than a funk track, and it's kind of upbeat soul. Mini Suite for Duke, definitely interesting. It's kind of an extended track with different sections, and it goes backwards and forwards between kind of orchestral stuff and more rock stuff and soul and various different feels. After the Race might be one of my favourite tracks on the album. It's more complex. So it has changing rhythms. It feels more like a prog rock track, I would say. And then the last track is the one that stands out as being one of the strangest because it's got music gently in the background, but most of it is a mostly spoken word track, which is charting one side of a conversation of the man going out for an evening with his baby, and it kind of charts through the progress of the evening. The whole album is mixed in style, and is interesting. I was very pleasantly surprised when I got this album home when I first bought it and listened to it, and there were certainly parts of what when I was listening to it. I haven't listened to it loads since then. I wouldn't say I was mega familiar with it, but I've always enjoyed it when I've listened to it. So this, you may know this really well. There may be people out there other than me who have come across Mandrill. There must be. Or it may be completely new to you. I'd love to hear what your take on it is, so please talk to me through the comments box. That's it from me for now.